It's hard being a flesh human. We have to spend hours a day eating and sleeping and breathing and writing extensive YouTube scripts. Well, I just tried a new tool that can streamline some of the hassle when it comes to the content scripting. You're still on your own with the eating and sleeping, but Teleskopiq is a Gemini-based agentic scripting tool for YouTube content. It helps you write, format, and polish your video concepts into internet publishable prose with a catch. It will reference your existing content and try and match its generations to your established style. I got the chance to take a look at it in beta testing, and today I'm going to tell you what I think of it so far at this very early stage. Let's jump right in. I created an account with a Gmail. You can obviously do this as well. A link will be in the description, and a free account will generate a couple of scripts a month if you want to check things out for yourself. The first snag I found was the style fetching. The robot gets stuck in a loop trying to extract transcripts from videos on my channel, and on my script generation I could definitely tell it was pretty generic. I'm a lot of things, but generic's not one of them. No place to go but forward, so I filled out some basic info about my style and audience and set to work not writing a script. In this case, a YouTube short about my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera cage, mount, and handles. A link to the completed short will be in the description if you want to check it out. I gave it a short blurb about what I more or less wanted and asked the AI assistant to write a script in my style. And it spit out a 7-minute script, which is not what I wanted. I was looking for a 9x16 short, under 2 minutes. I explained this to the robot. I gave it some source images taken in the park I was going to shoot in. I gave it links to my channel and to the Amazon product pages. And it did come up with a shorter script, so that was some kind of progress. There was still, however, a glaring issue with the copy produced. The robot seemed to think the cage was a protective measure. It's not. The gimbal on the DJI is still totally exposed. The cage exists to attach things to. That took some more explaining. I gave it some notes about having the short point back to this larger review video at the end. It seemed to grasp that right away. All of this was happening in stages. I'd read a few more lines and tell the assistant to make another change. The shot list was a nice addition. There are all kinds of YouTube writing bots that I don't think include that at all. I did ultimately use the shot list on my cell when I shot the short to keep track of what footage I needed. That being said, I was editing the shots themselves a ton. I explained to the bot that I would be shooting this with a tripod and a cell phone, but it was still including shots like dolly pushes and tracking motion of me walking with the DJI while filming. It never seemed to get the concept of the shoot itself being pretty simple. Samsung plus tripod, no camera operator. It assumed I would be talking to the camera, which is fine. That is what most people do. I explained I needed the copy to be delivered by voiceover, and the robot handled those changes no problem. I don't do product gadget reviews on my channel, so Teleskopiq didn't have a history to go off of here, which might explain some of these points of friction. Most of the interaction boiled down to me explaining a hypothetical physical product overview short type video, which I have never done before, so maybe that's why it was getting confused. Could I have just written this in the amount of time I spent talking with the assistant? Yes. Yes, probably. Yes. I would say yes. But that wouldn't make for a very good video, so I didn't do that. Teleskopiq never really got the YouTube Shorts thing, to be honest. It wanted to help me with thumbnails, which, if you aren't aware, are just selected from a frame of the video for Shorts. You can't upload a purpose-built thumbnail. I let it generate some thumbnails just to test it, and these are actually pretty fun. I assume NanoBanana 2 did these. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know why this one has a flux capacitor. They are thumbnails. To me, they look pretty generic, but I've seen worse. I would love to be able to give it some sample thumbnails and then command Teleskopiq to draw me like one of your French girls. I asked the Teleskopiq assistant for some title ideas, and it just sort of plopped out 10 of them at the top of the script. Okay, sure, why not? Even though there is a separate section called metadata, which has title ideas, a description, which was more or less fine, by the way, as well as some questionable tags. Minimalist camera setup. This is not that. It just tagged me, litany of ignition, just a tag to me, which is cool, I guess. YouTube Gear 2024. That's not what year it is. That's just wrong. Ultimately, I found myself making manual edits to the script, fixing little things all over the place. I'm showing you most of that with this history tab. That's the little clock arrow up here at the top. It makes it super easy to go back through all of the changes you or the robot make. I would note, however, that there are some issues with that date and time aspect of the history. According to the sidebar, I've been working on this since last October, or maybe since 2024. Who really knows? Guys, it is a beta. There is a lot of stuff on the to-do list, I would assume. The last section is the Publish tab, which would require you to allow Teleskopiq to have upload and delete privileges to your YouTube page, which I was not going to give it. Gemini might just decide the safest thing to do is to delete my channel. The only winning move is not to play. No thanks. I will say this, it forced me to get a script together. Even if I was going through to correct it most of the time, it kept me moving forward, and I had a completed script in about an hour. I shot with my shot list for about an hour, and I edited my short together in around 2 hours. Ballpark about 5 hours for a complete short, of questionable quality due to my own flesh human ability to fish efficiencies. Again, you can check that out in the description. I'm gonna keep an eye on this tool going forward just to see how it comes together over the next few months. I think there are good tool bones here. It just needs to be fleshed out a little bit and have a few bugs squashed. By the way, I know this is a shorter video and I haven't posted in a little while. Recently, I've been doing some content for the OpenArt YouTube channel. They liked the stuff I was doing and asked me to make a few videos for them over the next few months, and I said yes. You can check out my most recent video for them right here. It's about Nano Banana 2 prompting. I had a lot of fun making it, and I was super honored to make a video for them. Everyone from OpenArt that I've interacted with has been really great. So please check that out right here. That's gonna do it for me today. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.